Most people buying a laptop in 2026 are about to waste money. Not because the laptops are bad, but because tech companies have become insanely good at convincing people they need pro, AI ready, ultra premium machine they will never use. And that's the real problem. If your day is mostly Chrome, YouTube, emails, schoolwork, office work, Netflix, Zoom calls, and maybe a little bit of photo editing, you probably do not need a crazy expensive laptop. So in this video, I'm going to break down who absolutely needs a expensive premium laptop in 2026, who absolutely does not, and how most people ends up overpaying without even realizing it, and what's the best price range for most of the users. So let's get straight to it. For most people, the answer is no. You do not need an expensive laptop in 2026. You need a laptop that feels fast, has decent battery life, enough RAM, a good screen, and doesn't make your life miserable after 6 months. That's it. That's all you need. But the problem is, most buyers don't shop for that. They shop emotionally. They see premium marketing, shiny aluminum bodies, AI branding, high numbers, more pro labels, and they assume more expensive automatically means more future proof. But that's not always true. And in most cases, it's not even close. The reason people overpay is actually pretty simple. Laptop marketing is built to make average user feel underpowered. I mean, if you open up any laptop listing right now, everything sounds so urgent. Faster AI performance, next-gen productivity, desktop class power, creator grade graphic, and future-proof computing. All of that sound amazing. But here's the part most people miss. A lot of those benefits only matters if your workload is actually heavy enough to notice them. If you are not editing 4K video every day, rendering 3D projects, compiling huge code bases, gaming seriously or running local AI models, then a lot of that extra power just became expensive insurance you may never actually use. And that's the trap. You're not paying for something you need. Most of the time, you are paying for something that sounds impressive. So, what actually matters in a laptop? Now, this is where things get really important because the best laptop for most people is not the one with the more power, it is the one with the best balance. For normal users, the stuff that matters most is actually pretty boring. Enough RAM, solid battery life, a good keyboard, a decent display, fast everyday responsiveness. That's what people actually experience every day, and build quality that won't feel cheap in a year. Not benchmark charts, not marketing words, not whether your chip names sound expensive. What you actually feel is your battery life. You feel a bad keyboard, you feel a bad screen, you feel lag when you open too many tabs. That's real laptop performance for normal people. And honestly, this is why so many people buy wrong machines. They spend too much attention on power they may use 5% of the time and not enough on the things they deal with literally every day. So where's the real sweet spot? For most people, it's in the middle range. Not the cheapest laptop, but definitely not the ultra premium one either. The smart buy is usually that middle category where you get a modern processor, 16 gigs of RAM, enough storage, decent battery, and a good overall experience. And that's the zone where most people should live because super cheap laptop often cuts too many corners. But once you start climbing too high, you hit diminishing return really fast. And that's the thing people don't talk about enough. A $2,500 laptop is not automatically twice as useful as a $1,200 laptop. For some people, yes, but for most people, absolutely not. And that gap between price and actual usefulness is where people burn money, which brings us to who actually should spend more. Now, to be fair, there are people who really should spend more. If you are a serious video editor, a 3D artist, a gamer, a software developer with demanding workflows, or someone doing serious AI work locally, then yes, in those cases, paying more for a better laptop absolutely makes sense. Because in those cases, time is money. Better sustained performance matter, more RAM matters, a stronger GPU matters, better thermals matter. That's where expensive laptops stop being a flex and start becoming a tool. So this is not one of those never buy premium argument. It's really only buy premium if your work actually needs premium argument. And that's a huge difference. Which brings us to who absolutely does not need one. Now let's talk about the people who most often overspend. If you are a student, an office user, someone who mainly uses browser tabs, someone doing emails, talks, meeting, or even a light creator doing basic Canva, CapCut, or simple editing, you probably do not need a premium machine. And honestly, in some cases, spending more can actually make the experience worse. Because once you get into a high performance laptop, you often get heavier, hotter, louder, and worse on battery. So, yes, they may be more powerful, but are they really most enjoyable to live with every day? Not always. And that's where most people confuse performance with experience. They are not the same thing. A laptop can be extremely powerful and still be the wrong laptop for your life. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the AI laptops. Now we have to talk about the new biggest buzzword in laptop marketing, AI. Every brand now wants you to believe this is the year you need an AI laptop. And sure, AI features are becoming more important. Some people really will benefit from local AI tools, smarter background processing, better efficiency, and privacy focused on device features. But here's the problem, a lot of people are being sold the idea of AI than the actual usefulness of it. If your daily life is still basic productivity, browsing, classes, streaming, and normal office work, then paying a big premium just because a laptop is branded as AI ready may not be the worth it at all. And that's especially true if that extra money could have gone towards something you did actually notice, like better battery life, better RAM, or just saving money in general. So if the question isn't just what's the best laptop, then what should people actually ask? Simple. Ask this, what do I really do on my laptop every day? Not what you might do once a month. Not what sounds cool. Not what some brand wants you to imagine. What do you actually do? Because if your real usage is basic, then buying like a power user is just expensive insecurity. And if your real usage is heavy, then yes, spending more may save you time, frustration, and maybe even money long term. That's the difference. It's not about buying the most expensive laptop, it's about buying the laptop that fits your life. So, do you really need an expensive laptop in 2026? For most people, no. You need a smart laptop, not an expensive one. And they are not the same thing. The best value zone in 2026 is somewhere between $700 and $1,000. And maybe $1,500 if you care about build quality, battery life, portability, or display quality. Because in tech, the easiest way to waste money is to buy power you will never really use. TechSense out.